Sean Doolittle could be back this week. Brad Mills, USA Today Sports, by Chelsea Jane. September 2 at 1:31 p.m. Washington's normally sleepy Sunday morning clubhouse had every reason to be even sleepier Sunday, given that the Nationals waited out a 2-hour rain delay Saturday night and most players didn't get home until 1:30 a.m. or later. But, as it happened, manager Dave Martinez and his players provided plenty of updates Sunday morning, particularly about Washington's ever-shifting pitching staff. First, Erick Fedde will return from the disabled list to start Tuesday, which isn't of surprise. The Nationals placed Fedde on the 60-day disabled list when they needed a 40-man roster spot in August, and in so doing prolonged his rehab. Fedde, who landed on the disabled list with right shoulder inflammation on July 5, indicated in mid-August that he felt the trouble was eradicated and he probably could have returned sooner. But the Nationals took it slowly and will now have Fedde for a few September starts that should help him solidify his rotation status entering the 2019 season, for better or worse. It's just making sure that he and Joe Ross, who could also return this month, are healthy and they continue to progress and not go backwards, Martinez said. We've talked to Fedde a lot about his mechanics as well, because he's been hurt a lot. So, trying to clean up his mechanics a little bit, so he doesn't end up on the DL and he can pitch the whole year. Fedde ended last season on the disabled list with a strained forearm flexor. He was just making the kind of strides that suggested he could stick in the big leagues this season when the shoulder problem slowed his progress. He will take Gio Gonzalez's spot in the rotation, getting his first unqualified and extended opportunity to prove he should have that spot next year too. Slate sportswriter John McNamara wanted his ashes spread at Nationals Park. His wish was granted. The second substantial update Martinez provided regarded the bullpen, where Sean Doolittle stood warming up long before many of his teammates had even arrived Sunday morning. Doolittle threw a simulated game, facing Andrew Stevenson and Pedro Severino. He called it an improvement on his last simulated game, which took place Friday. His troublesome left foot, still plagued by a stress reaction that won't leave him, felt fine. But he doesn't know what his next step will be. His manager hopes it will be a return to the big leagues. He looks good, Martinez said. He'll get a day tomorrow. We'll reevaluate him. And hopefully sometime next week he'll be back. Hopefully early next week. By next week, Martinez meant this upcoming week, perhaps during upcoming series against the Cardinals or Cubs. The Nationals could certainly use Doolittle, given they have no clear-cut closer after Ryan Madson's departure Friday. Justin Miller surrendered a home run Saturday night as he earned a gritty save. Koda Glover has experienced ups and downs in that closing role. And the obvious interim closer, Kelvin Herrera, underwent surgery Thursday to repair the torn Lisfranc ligament in his left foot. That was the third significant update provided Sunday morning. When Herrera was diagnosed with the torn Lisfranc, the diagnosis all but guaranteed the season would end. The surgery went well, but the recovery is long, as much as 5 to 6 months, according to a spokesperson for Drive. Stephen Neufeld, who performed the procedure, A recovery that long would likely mean Herrera will not be fully ready to start spring training, which could hurt the 29-year-old's chances of getting an extended deal during his first chance at free agency. The Nationals will likely have interest in him, as he had been a target for years before they finally acquired him from the Royals earlier this season. Perhaps, given the uncertainty around his injury, his price tag will diminish. Whatever happens, the Nationals seem likely to have their intended closer back this week. They will slot a long-intended staple of their rotation, Fedde, into it for Good Tuesday. Both moves constitute good news for a team struggling to keep air in its lungs as September rolls along, a team that spent much of Sunday morning yawning after a long Saturday evening, though there's no time to rest. Lineups: Milwaukee Brewers, 76-61, Curtis Granderson RF, Christian Yelich LF, Travis Shaw 2B, Eric Thames 1B, Mike Moustakas 3B, Manny Pina C, Kean Broxton CF, Orlando Arcia SS Jr., Guerra P, Washington Nationals, 68-68, Adam Eaton RF, Tree Turner SS, Bryce Harper CF, Anthony Rendon 3B, Juan Soto LF, Mark Reynolds 1B, Wilmer Difo 2B, Spencer Kieboom C, Jeffrey Rodriguez P. Read more on the Nationals. Juan Soto comes through again as Nationals rally late to upend Brewers with Gio Gonzalez gone. What's next for the Nationals starting rotation? Boswell, take a good look at these Nationals. You won't be seeing a lot of them next season.